All right, everything is all set to begin this afternoon. Hi, peepolas. Whew. All right, let's get going on some Minecraft stuffiness bits, stuff, words. How do they work? Um, let's do this. So, I was planning on playing Hypixel later, but for now, I'm gonna load up a server that I am a part of that I'm hoping or assuming no one else here is. Um, it's a private server that was made a well, not necessarily a long time ago, but a little while ago, by one of my friends, Dr. Pickleful. He made this server as a cool creative server for us and some other YouTubey kind of friends. So I figured to open things up today, I'd just go around and build some. So for a bit of a quick tour of this general area, this was our initial island that we started on, named Chicken Island after the chicken that lived over in this tree. It died, but now there's a new tree chicken here. It lives right there. Tree chicken number 2. So yeah, it's got some cool pathways. We built some stone block stuff. This is a game we played, Pig Soccer. Played it a couple of times. Usually had U.S. versus Canada matches because the server was split pretty much like that. Yeah. Over here is the car wash that teleports you up into the sky and sets you to survival mode. So I'm not going to show that. We've got another portal here, which I don't think I've ever actually gone through. This is a quick teleporty kind of thing up to these Skyloft inspired sort of sky islands I made, which once we get all the way up I can sort of show how cool it is since I am wearing the Elytra, yeah, whatever they're called, wings. And as you can see, my skin is no longer the same one it used to be. I am now Roy. It's Blue Roy. Specifically from Smash Bros. Although Fire Emblem first, but this color of Roy came around in Smash Bros. Either way, as we glide down here, you can see a lot more of the island. Pyramid built in there. Awesome Sauce's logo that he built over there. There's McDonald's this way. Dr. Pickful, the guy who I guess leads or led all of this, his logo. Some cool little Sonic the Hedgehog-y sort of test things, which I can give a run right now. It's primarily just designed to go really, really fast and jump. It's simple, but it was a lot of fun for us figuring out, like, building it and stuff and all that. When you reach the goal ring at the end, I should turn off bobbing, because that's getting on my nerves. Yeah, over here was a battle one, where you just race laps trying to whack each other with knockback wooden swords. It's an ice one over here that isn't quite complete-ish, but that's fun. This is the snowman, where I live, even though it's not made of snow. It's actually made of, like, not snow. Back over this way. Here's my efforts to try and create Bomberman in Minecraft. Did not work so well, but it's still up there, just sort of cuz. Over here is the Graveyard Island, where we have funeral stones for animals that have died over the years. Kinda sad. If we just hop over this way, come back to the main island. down here is a maze. I don't think I've explored it fully. Suppose I could do that sometime. It's a little dining area out here. This is where my cat lived, but it died. That was sad, like really sad for me. So there's some important commands. Yeah. Over here is the switch that switches it from automatic day to normal day-night cycles. I'm pretty sure this structure here was at one point our path down to the teleport room, but we don't really use the teleport room anymore. So let's just head over this way. Here's the pyramid like I was showing earlier. Over here is my Lego city located at the central chicken island. Scattered around the map are these cookie vending machines I made that just dispense cookies when you push the button. Here we have a couple of houses and stuff that villagers can live in. It's a little chill place. And a Pokemon Center, just for lols. Can also stay in the upper section, kind of like a hotel. The family of villagers died at some point in here, but I guess not. Can raise and lower this to be like windows, but it's not perfect by any stretch. Oops. Yeah, that's cool. Out this way is a path that leads out and over to a tunnel that leads out and over to a lighthouse out here, which you can climb up and into. I switched out of the intermission screen. For a second there, I thought I had forgotten to switch it again, and that would have been bad. Just some docks for, like, piers and stuff to go adventuring. Out here's a path. This just leads into the back of this house. I guess nothing really to see there. This leads up and over here. And up here to a bit of a lookout point where if I turn my render distance up, which I can safely do, I hope, because of my computer off in the distance, you can see what we will be going to venture to next. Just a bit. Lots of my various creations from my time here on this server. But yeah, there's nothing else to see down the village, so if we just take a hop off this, we can go over here. Nobody believes this. This is my island that I constructed, and there was nothing to see here, because for a long time I actually lived in this little, if we can go down faster, in this little underwater shack area. Or not shack, it's kind of just a undersea look-around place. And there's beacons here for coolification reasons coming up and out of the warp pipe. This goes to the TP area. That's the teleporter room. This was sort of the main living hall. And down here was just, I don't know, a room? Cave sort of thing? I don't know. But yeah, so I made that a wicked long time ago. That was like this was like the first thing besides this island I constructed. That's because on this island, if I dig around a bit, look, oops. See, I can never quite remember where I put the entrance, but if you head down here, everybody had a good reason not to believe me when I said I was doing nothing suspicious. Because, mwahaha, this was my underground base. As you can see, it's kind of just a sandstone circle. mostly just here to be a living space as such. See, it loops back around. It's underneath the island, because I built the island to be hollow. That also triggers something, and I forget what. It's probably nothing important. If you head out here, you can... I built this so that I could just swim up and out and come up out in the ocean. I'm not going to do that right now. Instead, I'm going to head down and over here. It was built long and winding so that I could accommodate the cave system it's attached to. Not really sure where this goes. I explored it a bit, but not too much. So we are just going to head back up and out of this cave system. Let me turn up the game audio just a hair. Yeah. So yeah, this was my first little creation, but now we're about to see what arguably... Wait, what is this? Oh, right. We can take this tunnel. So I built these underground tunnels around as sort of a quick transportation sort of thingy. And if I remember correctly, yes, this leads to where we want to go next. We just... I'll take my Bugatti that I made down these tracks. This is just sort of an underground tunnel, per se. Like, not anything super important, but... Let me actually get the sound on this again, because it was starting to overtake my voice there. Because I can, in fact, check OBS and play at the same time. So down here is a work in progress flight hangar, like for crafts and stuff. You can have a look out up there, and this carries out to a launch pad which is underwater. No, need glass blocks. And so as we come out and over here, you will see just what I was referring to earlier. This is something of a fleet that I made. Obviously, it's still partially under construction. Start from the front. Up there is just a little crabby plane. I sort of based off of the Aegis mobile armor from Gundam, because a lot of this was built during my Gundam phase. Implying that I haven't outgrown that. This is a leg of the white base that I made for lols at one point. You can actually go in, it's a little explorable. This is just... Actually, wait. If I let this signal... I have to break the signal, don't I? And of course I don't have redstone just sitting in my inventory. If I pulse this, it'll continuously fire arrows down there. But it'll also flash up this sign I made for it. This is my invincible bomb structure that I was working on. And it turned out to actually be invincible. Can't be fully destroyed. That was fun. Up here, though, is the big first creation of this. This is a helicarrier of sorts, only it's nowhere near as quality as the ones you see in like Marvel movies and stuff, and it comes with these little creations of mine that I called heligliders. They're cool like that. They have cannons in the front and the helicarrier wings. Up here is just a neat little cabin section. This leads up and in. There's like bathrooms in there that I made. Up here is theoretically a lookout station, but it's not the main command bridge. No, if we head down here, and there's another exit out there, this is where the real bridge is. This fire stuff can also push that button for simulfire. This has a map of the surrounding waters. Just some basic living stuff in here, including like armor and arrows and random crap I decided to put in there. Yeah, so that's what this is. There's like banks of arrow cannons all along here. There's TNT drop chutes, although there's nothing under me, right? Nah, I'm fine. And I completely missed the hole I just broke in it. Doop. Ah, dang it. I'm just busting it up. Put this back in. Put that back in. Put that back in. I think it would be a bad idea to drop TNT out of this one, considering how close the ship underneath it is. More banks. These ones you can fire all at once by pushing the button above them. And then this is a drop chute for people to go parasailing out of. This is a work in progress boat that I was working on. I still am, but definitely work in progress here. Up here is a fighter plane that I made, sort of. It's more like a jet plane. But it also carries my... That's weird. My initial attempts at building a TNT cannon down under here. You can go in there and go under and stuff, and these all have flame charges loaded in them. So it's cool. And this over here is probably the bestest ship of them all. As you can see, it can put up blast walls for the hangar, as well as take them down, and can even put in like stained glass blast walls and iron ones. And it's fun. Over under here is more hangar space that I never quite got around to filling, because this thing is mostly hangars. Until you get up here, you can lock the blah blah blah. You can lock the hangar entrance down like that. Over here is the sort of cabinet areas. You have living quarters and bathrooms and storage rooms all around here. Up here is flight control. You can look out the bridge of the ship. These, yeah, they do. So those do that. Just back out of here. Climb up here, and you can also look down on the hangar and the launch catapults from here. Very clearly Gundam-esque in nature, but like I said, that was what I was doing. And it was pretty fun, too. This was a fun build. Those teleport to some of the other crafts. This appears sort of a briefing hall of sorts. And this in here is the lower command bridge. Can have people looking out here. Can have people in here in this blast-proof-ish bridge. Can have turrets here, stuff like that. Comm officers or whatever around here. And up here is the main bridge. This is pretty cool. These two either deploy a solid iron wall shield in front of it, or remove it through command block stuff. Down here is more random crap. Up here would be empty water buckets, because these actually dispense water out of them to completely cover the bridge in water, making it blast proof, which was pretty neat, but also very impractical. At the same time, very fun. I do not regret implementing that whatsoever. Just gotta wait for it to drain. Did I miss one? Yep, I missed that one. Yeah, so these were all pretty cool builds up on this server. I'm just gonna Nah, that's not worth it. Actually, let's just go out this wall here. Over there is a desert, and I suppose we can explore that another time, because there's a lot more to do there. And there's still a little bit more we have here. This is a pirate ship someone made. Here's my little Smash Bros. Pirate ship stage, featuring those wood shoot snowballs, but yeah, the buttons on the back to play Smash Bros. Kind of in Minecraft. This is a cool Norse ship. Here's an abandoned castle. Not sure why it's here. Over here is another Sonic stage sort of thing. It's little. There's the desert again. And then I suppose all we have left of the Chicken Island area to explore is the map. I didn't show off the cool, huge map. That I suppose it was kind of a team effort, but I don't really remember contributing anything to the map. I was more focused on building. So yeah, I guess we have a little bit more to go here. Over here is a hotel. I think it was a petting zoo too at one point. Random stone wall. Here's an enchantment hut I was working on. Here's another one of my Sky Island points that I guess I didn't build. And over here is the big long path up to the map. The map. This map covers an awful lot of the server. Not everything I found, but a whole lot of it. And additionally, it is in dire need of updating around here, and we'll show off what's down here later, even though you probably already saw it earlier, and up and around here. Over here, I think that might actually be one of my creations. Either that or it's right over here. We'll go look at that when we explore this whole continent area. Up here is the island that we called Queen Elizabeth II Island, just like this is Chicken Island. Down here is a lot of icy tundra that we can explore another time. Over here's, honestly, I don't know what was done up here besides this massive fortress thing I stumbled across one time when exploring. It's a pyramid too, somewhere around there. But in general, that's the map. It's a pretty cool thing. Now let's head to the other side of the island to go take a look at the last big thing I haven't shown off yet on this island. Did my stream get disconnected? I should still be online, right? Yeah, I'm still live. Don't know what Twitch is telling me. Apparently, like, between yesterday and today, they updated their dashboard, so maybe it needs some bug fixing. Either way, just a couple more things over here. Here's the LOL Ninja Hotel Mansion-y thing. It's a path leading out of the side of it, which you can also swim or boat across to my potion shop, where you can buy potions, and you can put in jukebox stuff. There's an underwater dining area down here, which looks pretty bad without clear glass on, like fully clear glass, but it's kind of neat. And over here is the remains of a Christmas tree that actually had flashing lights that I can't remember who it was, but I think it was Mr. Har that built it. Yeah, this was a cool thing. We all made each other Christmas presents around the bottom, and that was fun. But now on to the last major thing of interest that I can remember around here. And that is a bridge. Yeah, just a cool couple of warning signs. What did I call it? I called it the Sagittarius Bridge. Yeah. Pay like an emerald, which you don't have to, but it helps fund me because I love emeralds. Either way, down and under here, there's the minecart area. can take a minecart down and across the bridge underneath it. Alternatively, you can walk it, and walking it will hopefully be nicer in the future, but for now it's just kind of there as a thing. And it takes you across this little ocean segment here to the snowy continent off in this direction. Of course, down in here you can catch a minecart or put down your own. You can head out here to explore this general area, and that general area, and all around here. Hopefully I'll put one of the cookie dispensers up here to make that a little more hospitable. But for now, we're just gonna hop on the train, the Cyan line, as I call it, over this way. Also, I need to pull out OBS again, because I just realized it went away when I clicked off the window. Yeah, so down here is just a cool thing I made, and I apologize if this comes across as terrible on Twitch, or if it crashes my stream, but here goes. It's essentially a tunnel spanning across here that you get max speed effects off of entering, and then you just sort of sprint across, which I thought was a cool concept, and it makes traveling a little bit faster, but it's also way less convenient, so, or it's more convenient, just less something. Cookie vending machine built into this sort of hub station. Can head down here, and this takes you, and this leads out into the wintry sort of continent, and it eventually hits like the edge of the big map that we saw earlier, which is pretty nice in my opinion. Just head out and across here. There's some stuff built out here, but I think I'll go more into that another time. And as a matter of fact, this is the station closest to my humble abode. You can also do the snowy run thing here. And this is my snowman house. I live in here. It's got essentials. These are teleporters to my two other houses that I've built that I actively like. Back here is a sleeping area with a light that you can turn on and off. Just some black curtains around to block out the light. That holds all of my emeralds that I've collected. And yeah, can lock it up by doing that, and then it's locked down. And you can teleport across here. This is my jungle cabin sort of area, which, as you can see, there's a lot to explore, and this is actually right on that desert island on the map that was sort of showing off earlier, but this is right on top of that. It's just sort of this little jungle cabin. You head up here. I'll go explore that way more, like up here. This is a secret. No one's ever gonna go down there besides me. Can head up here. This is the housing area. That's the treehouse sort of area. Up here is a lookout platform of sorts. This leads to on top of another tree. Duh. That's up onto another tree that you can see a lot of stuff from. And then if I head down here and climb up here, there's a lookout here. There's what I'm gonna be making a bridge out that way to expand a bit out that way. That's a lot of out that ways. And then over here is a little hotel complex I was working on, or room complex, where you can like probably turn off fancy graphics, but you can like stay in one of these 8-block or 2x4x2 square block rooms. You know, rent one out, because there's 2 more down here, and then there's check-in registration over here. So yeah, to one of my other houses. Then if we just head back to my little jungle treehouse area over this way, I push this button and it takes me back to inside of the snowman. But if I push this button this time, it takes us out into the middle of the ocean. Literally nothing out this way. Can crank up my render distance and we might see something. Nope. Absolutely nothing in any direction except for that, where there was a little bit of a chunk loading error, I'm guessing. It's just my little cabin floating on the water, I guess. Out here is a farm that I'm sort of playing around with. In here is the actual sleepy time cabin. And that's the warp block back to the snowman, which we'll take after I show off. Down here is my chest room with some other crafting stuff in here. And here's a flower in a pot because I wanted to decorate a little. So that's about all I wanted to show off for now here. So I'm going to take a brief intermission and then we are going to be playing some Hypixel games as per usual. So I will catch you guys in just a moment.